The Bold and the Beautiful's perfect storm, Taylor's desperate gamble, Ridge's divided heart, and the dangerous return of old flames. The world of daytime television is a volatile landscape, where emotions run high, and destinies can shift with a single dramatic confrontation. For decades, fans of The Bold and the Beautiful have been captivated by the enduring, complex, and often heart-wrenching love saga of Ridge Forrester, Brooke Logan, and Taylor Hayes. It is a triangle forged in passion, betrayal, and an unbreakable, cyclical bond that has defined a generation of soap opera storytelling. As we brace for the explosive week of June 23 to 27, 2025, the show is set to unleash a perfect storm of emotional turmoil, weaving together a shocking marriage proposal, the game-changing return of a beloved character, and the terrifying escalation of a dangerous obsession that threatens to shatter worlds. This week is not merely another chapter. It is a convergence of unresolved history and desperate gambles. Taylor Hayes, pushed to her limit by a love that promises everything but delivers only uncertainty, makes a move that defies decades of soap opera tradition. In a stunning display of agency, she takes her destiny into her own hands, only to collide with the impenetrable fortress of Ridge's unresolved heart. The catalyst for this impending implosion? The unexpected return of Nick Marone, a ghost from Brooke's past whose presence has reignited the jealous flames within Ridge. Simultaneously, in a darker corner of this gilded world, Luna Nozawa's unhinged fixation spirals into a new, terrifying phase, proving that when hearts are on the line, the fallout can be catastrophic for everyone involved. Prepare for a deep dive into the intricate web of love, jealousy, and power plays that promises to redefine the romantic landscape of The Bold and the Beautiful for episodes to come. Taylor's courageous gambit, a proposal born of desperation. In the world of grand romance, the proposal is a sacred act, traditionally orchestrated by a man on bended knee. But The Bold and the Beautiful is poised to shatter that convention in a moment of profound courage and quiet desperation. In a stunning turn of events that has captivated viewers, Dr. Taylor Hayes is taking the unprecedented step of proposing marriage to Ridge Forrester, a bold move that represents a dramatic departure from the passive waiting game so many soap heroines are forced to play. The grand gesture at Il Giardino. The setting itself is a masterpiece of intention. Taylor chooses Il Giardino, the upscale restaurant that has become neutral ground for the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer clans, a place of public meetings and private confessions. It is here, amid the clinking of wine glasses and the murmur of distant conversations, that Taylor summons an incredible reserve of courage. She doesn't just confess her love, she presents Ridge with an engagement ring, a tangible symbol of the future she so desperately wants to build with him. Her words are a direct and heartfelt plea, cutting through years of ambiguity. "I want you to be my husband. Tell me you want that too." This is not a suggestion or a hint. It is a demand for clarity, a final last-ditch effort to secure the future she believes they both want. A woman's breaking point. To understand Taylor's gambit, one must understand her journey. She has been a pillar of patience, a woman who has watched the love of her life yo-yo between her and her rival Brooke Logan for longer than many can remember. Ridge's repeated assertions of being dedicated to her have begun to ring hollow, becoming words without the weight of true, unwavering action. Her proposal stems from a deep-seated frustration with his inability to fully commit. She is tired of being the second choice. The safe harbor Ridge returns to only when his tumultuous relationship with Brooke capsizes. This act represents Taylor's refusal to wait passively for Ridge to make the next move. She is seizing control of their romantic destiny, forcing a resolution to the emotional limbo that has defined their relationship. It is a powerful statement, hoping that the finality of an engagement will compel Ridge to focus entirely on her, shutting out the external influences and the magnetic pull of his history with Brooke. The proposal is Taylor's last stand, a courageous effort to turn a lifetime of almost into a definitive forever. Ridge's uncomfortable response. A man torn between obligation and desire. If Taylor's proposal is a moment of stunning clarity, Ridge's reaction is a study in murky conflict. Preview footage reveals a man who is visibly uncomfortable, his expression a mixture of surprise and profound hesitation. Rather than responding with the enthusiasm or unbridled joy one would expect from a man truly in love, Ridge appears uncertain, almost cornered. This reaction speaks volumes about the true state of his feelings and the questionable authenticity of his commitment to Taylor. His hesitation is not just about the shock of a woman proposing. It reveals the deep internal conflict that has been brewing beneath the surface of their relationship. Ridge's language has always been telling. He consistently speaks of being committed to Taylor, a word that implies duty and obligation rather than the passionate, all-consuming love he has often expressed for Brooke. His discomfort suggests that while he may feel obligated to be with Taylor, perhaps out of a sense of responsibility or a desire to protect her from further heartache after her past struggles with broken heart syndrome, his heart remains irrevocably divided. This starkly contrasts with how a man truly in love would respond to such a romantic gesture. Ridge doesn't act like a man in love. He behaves like someone who feels trapped, and his response to Taylor's heartfelt proposal sets the stage for a heart-wrenching rejection rooted in feelings he cannot, or will not, let go of. The true catalyst, Nick Marone's return and the shadow of the past. While Taylor's proposal is the inciting incident, the true catalyst for this week's explosive drama is the dramatic return of Nick Marone, portrayed by the beloved daytime icon Jack Wagner. His reappearance in Los Angeles after over a decade is not merely a nostalgic nod to the past. It is a narrative bombshell that has stirred old emotions and created a new volatile dynamic that threatens to unravel Ridge's carefully constructed world. A ghost from Brooke's past and a kiss that ignites a wildfire. For those who have followed the show for years, Nick and Brooke's history is the stuff of legend. A passionate, complicated, and always teetering on the edge of heartbreak romance. When Nick unexpectedly walks in on Brooke trying on lingerie in Ridge's office, the encounter leads to an impromptu kiss between the former lovers. This intimate moment has a profound impact, particularly on Brooke. For her, it is more than just a kiss. It's a jolt of electricity, a reminder of a time when she was desired without reservation. The interaction energizes her in a way her stagnant dynamic with Ridge has not in years. Ever the strategic player in matters of the heart, Brooke Logan immediately recognizes the opportunity that Nick's return presents. Rather than being devastated by Ridge's apparent commitment to Taylor, Brooke has begun to see Nick's attention as a powerful tool to make Ridge jealous and potentially win him back. In a candid conversation with her sister Katie, Brooke confides that she still believes Ridge is and always has been her destiny. Her confidence in their always and forever connection hasn't faded, and she is prepared to use Nick's re-entry into her life as leverage. Ridge's green-eyed monster and the psychology of a divided heart. The real reason behind Ridge's reluctance to accept Taylor's proposal lies in the recent return of Nick Marone and his immediate reconnection with Brooke. Nick's surprise appearance has stirred up old emotions and created a new dynamic that has left Ridge feeling threatened and deeply possessive. When Nick walked in on Brooke in lingerie, the encounter led to an impromptu kiss, an intimate moment that has had a profound impact on Ridge, who has been grumbling about Nick's presence and displaying clear signs of jealousy. Both Taylor and Steffi have observed that Ridge sounds jealous when discussing Nick, a reaction that has not gone unnoticed by Brooke herself. Ridge's protective instincts have become more powerful since learning of Nick's return to Brooke's orbit. He has gone so far as to forbid Brooke from interacting with Nick, telling her that she is too good for Nick, and that he sees trouble whenever he looks at his half-brother. This possessive behavior reveals that Ridge's feelings for Brooke are far from resolved, despite his public commitment to Taylor. The jealousy Ridge experiences watching Nick court Brooke forces him to confront the uncomfortable truth that his heart may still belong to his ex-wife. This possessive, controlling behavior isn't born of love for Taylor. It's a primal fear of losing Brooke, even if he isn't with her. It's a classic case of a man who wants to have his cake and eat it too, and Nick's return is forcing him to realize he might lose both. Behind the scenes with Jack Wagner. A breath of fresh air. Adding another layer to this captivating storyline is the real-life return of Jack Wagner, a daytime television icon with a storied career across shows like General Hospital and Melrose Place. His return marks a significant milestone, not just for longtime viewers who remember Nick's complex history, but also for Wagner himself, who has grown tremendously as an actor during his hiatus. In an exclusive interview published by People on June 17, 2025, Wagner shared heartfelt thoughts about slipping back into Nick's shoes, describing it as akin to reuniting with an old friend. The actor's warmth and enthusiasm for the role are palpable, and it's clear that this comeback is more than just a job. It's a passionate return to a world he helped shape. But Wagner's journey back to daytime TV wasn't without its hurdles. He openly discussed the unique demands of soap opera acting, a craft that requires immense adaptability and resilience. He humorously admitted to developing what he calls bad habits early in his career due to the breakneck speed of filming. Everything had to be big, every gesture, every emotion, Wagner recalled with a chuckle, reflecting on how he used to overact to keep up with the intensity of daily shoots. His self-awareness is refreshing, showing fans that even seasoned actors aren't immune to the learning curve of daytime drama. His candor also highlights the often overlooked artistry behind soap operas, a genre that demands extraordinary dedication from its stars. His reflections on growth, learning to slow down, listen, and react authentically, mirror the personal evolution of Nick Morone, who returns to the show as a wiser, more grounded version of himself. The Dark Descent. Luna Nozowa's dangerous obsession. While the central love triangle provides the emotional core of the week's drama, a far more sinister storyline is unfolding in the shadows, threatening to bring a new level of chaos to the Forrester and Finnegan families. Luna Nozowa's mental state has taken a dark and unpredictable turn, and this week's episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful showcase her lunacy in full force. From fixation to madness, a chilling new target. Her obsession with John Finnegan has warped into something truly sinister, leading her down a path of irrational and dangerous schemes. Initially, Luna's twisted mind zeroed in on Steffi Forrester Finnegan as the primary obstacle to her imagined romance with Finn. But in a chilling shift of focus, her attention now turns to little Hayes Finnegan, Finn's son, as she bizarrely rationalizes that harming him might somehow draw Finn closer to her. The sheer delusion of her logic is staggering. How could she believe that Finn would ever turn to her after such a betrayal and tragedy? Her actions paint her as a ticking time bomb, with Steffi and Hayes potentially in grave danger if Luna's fantasies escalate into reality. Beyond her fixation on Finn, Luna's unstable mind also wanders back to Will Spencer, another object of her misguided affections. For a fleeting moment, her thoughts of Will seem to fade under the weight of her Finn obsession, but they resurface with a vengeance this week. In her vivid daydreams, Luna envisions Will abandoning Electra Forrester, dismissing her as too prissy for his taste, and declaring his undying passion for Luna instead. This steamy scenario, of course, exists solely in Luna's imagination, a desperate escape from the harsh reality of rejection. The question looms large. What extreme lengths will Luna go to in her quest to turn these delusions into truth? A ticking time bomb in a race against time. Fans are left to wonder if Electra or even poor Hayes might find themselves ensnared in one of Luna's deranged plots, perhaps locked away in a metaphorical or literal cage as her desperation mounts. This subplot could introduce a race against time, as those around Luna start piecing together the puzzle of her mental state before her plans come to fruition. Alternatively, perhaps a family member like Lee Finnegan begins to notice subtle red flags in Luna's behavior, erratic mood swings or cryptic comments about Finn and Steffi, and grows concerned. Luna's storyline this week isn't just about shock value. It's a haunting exploration of obsession and the devastating impact of unchecked emotions. Broader implications and what lies ahead. Speculation and suspense. As the week of June 23 to 27, 2025, unfolds on The Bold and the Beautiful, fans are left with a plethora of questions and endless speculation. Will Luna's dangerous fantasies lead to an irreversible act, or will someone intervene before it's too late? How will Ridge respond to Taylor's proposal, and what impact will Nick's meddling have on Brooke's next move? The writers have crafted a perfect storm of drama, blending psychological intrigue with romantic entanglements to keep viewers hooked. Beyond these central conflicts, smaller subplots could emerge. Perhaps a concerned Electra senses Luna's fixation on Will and takes steps to protect her relationship. Or maybe a past secret between Taylor and Ridge surfaces during their candid dinner conversation, adding another layer of complexity. One thing is certain. This week promises to be a roller coaster of emotions, with every episode packing surprises that challenge the characters' limits and test their bonds. Whether you're captivated by Luna's dark descent or invested in the latest chapter of the Ridgebrook-Taylor saga, there's something for every fan to savor. So tune in, keep your theories ready, and let's discuss the fallout in the comments below. What do you think Luna's next crazy move will be, and should Brooke fight for Ridge one more time? Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.